Airheads is a 1994 rock comedy film that did not perform very well at the box office, but has begun to have kind of a cult following in the decades since its release. The film stars Brendan Fraser as Chaz, the lead singer and guitarist of a Los Angeles hard rock band called the Lone Rangers. Chaz and his friends Rex, played by Steve Buscemi, and his brother Pip, played by Adam Sandler, desperately want to get ahead in the music business. They try to persuade record producers to listen to their demo tape, but are constantly rebuffed, including by one executive named Jimmy Wing, played by Judd Nelson.
Haircuts and
now listen, I would love to hear it, but if it's unsolicited, I can't touch it.
Look, we've been trying to get solicited. We play all the clubs and we...
Well, then maybe a gimmick would help. The cream always rises. Okay? Super duper. Thanks.
All right, dude. Thanks.
Chaz's girlfriend Kayla, played by Amy Locane, is tired of his lazy lifestyle and his lack of success, and throws him out of her apartment.
Oh! This is bullshit!
Oh, my snout!
You bastard! I hate you. You are nobody, and you are never gonna be anybody.
I can't believe this. You treat me like I'm some necklace goober after I wrote this song for you?
Oh, you wrote that song before you even met me.
So?
So bad!
The three finally decide to enter an LA rock station called KPPX and ask the disc jockey Ian the Shark, played by Joe Mantegna, if he can play their song.
We're a band. Oh, of course, the Partridge Family. Which one of you is Laurie?
Ian is a cool, laid-back disc jockey. So he goes ahead and humors the guys by putting them on the air and busting their balls a little bit.
My girlfriend kicks me out of the apartment.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to conjure up the kind of woman who would go out with you.
Yeah, but she's not like what you think. She's actually really cool.
But
I still want us to be tight.
Uh-oh, I think we're busted.
Thrown out by station manager Milo Jackson, played by Michael McKean.
Let's go out, all you losers.
Hey, get your hands off me, Jackson.
You want to try getting physical with me?
Listen, you shaved ape. I will not be pushed around by Hollywood Boulevard trash like you.
I'm trash.
What do you think, you're better than me? Huh? Oops, got a gun!
The three grab toy guns and take the radio station hostage until their demo tape can be played on the air.
The Lone Rangers? That's original. How can you pluralize the Lone Ranger?
What's wrong with that?
Well, there's three of you. You're not exactly lone.
Come on, just play it.
Hey!
When the station accountant, played by Michael Richards, escapes capture and calls 911, they soon realize that they're on the air and in over their heads.
Are we still on the air?
An LA police sergeant named O'Malley, played by Ernie Hudson, and Los Angeles patrolman Wilson, played by Chris Farley, try to accommodate the demands of the band.
Good to meet you, Chaz. You tell me what I can do to get you to end this.
You gotta find my tape.
Patrolman Wilson sets out to find Kayla, who has the only other demo tape that they can play on the air.
You're Kayla! I need to talk to you about Chaz Darby.
In the meantime, the band begins building a following through their on-air persona, and Pip begins to get flirty with a sexy station worker named Susie, played by Nina Shimashko.
You're screwing on my $1,400 leather couch!
Well, guess what? I quit.
Oh, don't. I don't want you to lose your
If
job.
there is one stain on that couch.
You what? Fire me?
Oh, Pip.
I'm a hostage, and Pip is my man with a gun. And he says I get to stay, right, Pip?
Sorry, dude. Pip, put the monster away.
The standoff only makes them more and more popular with the public, and crowds begin to grow outside of the radio station, making things even more difficult for the police. Also starring Alan Covert, Michelle Hurst, David Arquette, and Marshall Bell, this movie was not a box office success. It grossed only $5 million on a budget of $11 million. Directed by Michael Lehman and written by Rich Wilkes, the studio, 20th Century Fox, wanted to make this movie more campy and have it appeal to a more traditional middle American audience. The filmmakers, however, wanted it to be more edgy and rough and hard rockin'. The problem became that nobody knew quite how to market the movie. They wanted a rock and roll audience, but the trailer used music from the William Tell Overture.
Oops! Look, all I want to do is be heard, and then we're out of here.
Okay, who are you guys?
My name's Pip.
They just couldn't find a good way to market this movie to the general public. John Cusack was considered for the lead role of Chaz, and Christina Applegate was considered for the lead role of Kayla. Adam Sandler pushed for the top-billed lead, but when it was filmed back in 1993, both Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi were bigger movie names in Hollywood. Fraser was hot off success with movies like Encino Man and With Honors, and Steve Buscemi was hot off Quentin Tarantino's acclaimed Reservoir Dogs. Sandler would get his first big starring role in Billy Madison 1 year later. Chris Farley would also have a role in that movie and would repeat a line that he says in this film.
Great. Grand. Wonderful.
Good, great, grand, wonderful.
As the careers of Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler flourished throughout the 90s and into the 21st century, this movie started to find more viewers. Cable channels like Comedy Central began airing the film very frequently in the late 90s, and it took on a cult following. I first saw the film around 2004 or so, and again in 2023, and both times I enjoyed it. This movie tries to be edgy, but ironically, when you look back at all these great actors in their prime, I for one get that sense of feel-good charm that those of us who remember the 1990s can look back on with nostalgia. You'll find that feeling with the 1994 rock comedy Airheads.